Breaking tonight, the governor of Georgia suing the mayor and city council members in Atlanta to block the city's enforcement of a mask mandate and a rollback to phase 1 for businesses and gatherings amid the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. In the lawsuit, Governor Brian Kemp says this, in part, "I refuse to sit back and watch as disastrous policies threaten the lives and livelihoods of our citizens. We will fight to stop these reckless actions and put people over pandemic politics." Well, for some unique perspective on all of this, we bring in Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry. He's tested COVID-19 positive. He's currently quarantined at home. And also tonight, he's pushing back on his governor's mask mandate there in Louisiana. Attorney General, welcome back. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so your governor says it is warranted. He's well within his legal rights. And he also adds this. He says, "I wish that Jeff Landry would listen to his own words from March 18th when he stood with me and said extraordinary measures were necessary to protect the people of our state during this COVID-19 crisis. I'm not sure what's changed since then, aside from the loss of 3,300 additional lives and more than 80,000 additional Louisianans becoming infected." So you say the mask order is unconstitutional. How so?
Well, because, look, at the beginning of March, we had a novel virus that we knew very little about. We didn't know the infection rate. We didn't know the mortality rate. We didn't know how to treat it. We were told in March that 2 to 3 million people were going to die by the experts, right? That's a scary proposition. We had no idea what we were dealing with. Today, much different. Thankfully, those experts were wrong. Today, we have a better grip on the infection rate, the transmission rate, the mortality rate. Our medical professionals are doing a wonderful job in treating the virus. We know that length of hospital stays has shortened, mortality has gone down. And so, again, those things require that government action change. You can't be more intrusive when the statistics are going better or getting better, not worse.
Okay, let me play something from the director of the CDC, Dr. Robert Redfield, and then get some reaction from you.
I think if we could get everybody to wear a mask right now, I really do think over the next 4, 6, 8 weeks, we could bring this epidemic under control.
Okay, so do you disagree with that statement, or do you disagree with the legal mandating of wearing masks?
Exactly. I don't disagree with his statement, and I'm not. And in fact, when we issued the opinion, we said it both at the beginning and the end that we certainly encourage people to wear masks. That is something that we certainly should be encouraging people to do. The problem is the Constitution. I know that some people believe that the Constitution becomes a pest or it gets in their way when they just want to do something. But unfortunately, here in Louisiana, the Constitution means something. And the governor's order, as it is written today, we believe to be unconstitutional. We wrote a very lengthy opinion, Shannon, on it. The order is extremely broad. It's arbitrary. It basically commandeers people to do the enforcement for the government. It pits neighbor against neighbor, citizen against citizen. It is just, it's a bad order.
Will it go to court? Do you think there'll be a lawsuit quickly in Louisiana over the governor's order?
I don't know. You know, we laid out a lot of great reasons why it is unconstitutional. We certainly would encourage the governor to recalibrate. There are a lot of things that we could do in a more proactive, inclusive way to get people to understand the dangers that are poised out there for this virus. But again, you know, there really wasn't a whole lot of communication between us and them. Look, I think you got to remember something. You know, one thing, the governor's orders has a criminal violation to it. Okay, think about this. Yeah. If there's a criminal penalty on it, that means that any enforcement brings Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights and protections as well. Again, that's problematic. I mean, we basically commandeer businesses to do the job of the government. Again, not something that we should be seeing inside of lawful orders.
All right. We're going to leave it there, but Mr. Attorney General, we hope that you have a swift recovery and continue to feel asymptomatic, and we'll watch as this plays out legally. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.